But then now that we bring in a guy by the name of Chase. So Chase comes into the picture, right? Talk about where did he come from, and how does he
well, Chase.
How did he come into play?
Chase was really great friend, and he learned how to play bass. Actually, for another Beta Club convention, he said, "I want to do that." You know, he learned how to play the bass.
You know, that was a pretty interesting period. Bringing in Chase, because he had to learn a lot about his instrument and learn the songs. But he knew the songs well because he had been around our music so much. So it was, in a way, it was a shoo-in, but in another way, he had to step it up.
But you know, Chase ended up coming along, and that was super awesome. I mean, this guy that just would help us out video recording or help us out with equipment at every show. I mean, it's pretty cool.
And he was always around the band. He loved us, we loved him, and he would always help us out. And so it was just kind of natural to let Chase into the band. And
we all pushed him, and I think he did well under the pressure. Considering what he had to do, man, dude did a good job.
We kind of threw him into the water, kind of, and you know, said, "I hope you can swim, bud." And luckily he doggy paddled at first, but I mean then he was doing backstroke.
I joined, and then 2 weeks later I had to learn all the songs. Or in 2 weeks before our next show, which is at the Gathering Spot, I had to learn all the songs and get all those ready to go.
Jacob, Phil, me, Zach, Chase is the roadie, because Phil's still the bassist. Phil left, then Chase became the bassist. that's the progression of things.
Because of the mistakes we'd made earlier, or the lessons we learned earlier, I guess is a better way to say it, with the demo, In My Mind, and we knew going forward kind of where to take it. We got more professional, I would say, with Chase. We stepped up our game a lot with Chase, and he stepped up his game to meet us.
There was some shows, The Unknown, The Gathering Spot.
Yeah, we started playing shows. It's cool. That's the best part about being in a band. Absolute best part. Recording sucks. Practices usually suck too. Playing the songs over and over again sucks. All this stuff sucks. But playing a show is the treat, is the reward.
Never really had much of a problem with stage fright, and I've always liked performing in front of people. So it was fun. It was got that little bit of a stage high, I guess you could call it. Just to get up and perform something that you've worked really hard on in front of somebody. Have people acknowledge what you've done. Felt good.
sink.
And like I said earlier, we were doing something far, far different than anyone else at the time, locally, and so for instance, The Unknown, we played this place called The Unknown, which was a really cool venue, but it would be us with our kind of mainstream rock sound, if you want to call it that, and hardcore bands. And people would come and they'd be like waiting to do, what do they call it? It was like they were fighting the invisible ninjas, hardcore dancing, I think they called it. And so they were waiting to do that for these other bands. So if we got sandwiched between two hardcore bands, they'd be out there like loving it, like throwing their punches at nobody. And then we'd come on and everybody back away from the stage and not like,
What?
it was weird. And then the next band would come on and they'd all come back out there, you know. But that's kind of, that was kind of the crowd we played with. And we played a show at the Gathering Spot, which both of those places are no longer operating. But like, I think that was kind of a big turnaround for us. That's when Chase kind of really cemented himself as a bass player and really brought the band to another level.
Why y'all keep doing this? You know what? I'm gonna go like this, okay? Regardless of the cat with the afro over here, because he's representing. I'm loving this. You know what I'm saying? I'm loving the afro over here. Everybody got to give him a shout, give him an applause for this afro. I can't even grow an afro like that, and I'm black. You know what? With these cute kids standing in the front with the guitar strings in their hand, man, I gotta give them one more song. Excuse my language.
Yeah, probably one of my most memorable shows whenever I first started was a show we played once again at the Gathering Spot. But I was so sick I couldn't see straight. I could barely sit up straight in the chair. I definitely remember just going out and sleeping in my car until I had the guys come and say, "Hey, we're ready to go." At that point, I basically hurled into a trash can and was "All right, let's hit it." And we walked out, went and played the show, and I went right back to my car and right back to sleep until the show was finished.
Thank you.